Hello, my name's Dion Ward, Kiwi expat living in Japan. I'm also a self-realization guide in case you're interested in that sort of thing. Today I'm going to talk about another little note I jotted down to myself while I was out walking, and something popped into my head, something came to me that I think is worth talking about, worth explaining. The whole idea of everything being just as it should be and for your maximum benefit. The idea of just relaxing and letting the system self-regulate itself, the system being all of reality, of which you're a part. So this will be easier to do, most probably, if you start looking at the mind and looking at emotion and looking at the movement of the body, and seeing what operates them and where they come from and where they go to, looking at nature. What is natural? Is everything natural? Does everything happen by itself according to its own process in its own way in its own time? Ascertaining that, looking closely and knowing for yourself, not taking anyone's word for it, but applying yourself, looking closely and taking your time, and noticing, what can I actually perceive? What do I know to be true about the nature of all of this? That having been done, I'm sure you've all heard spiritual teachers, masters, you've read or you've heard somewhere, everything is perfect, everything as it is, as it should be, everything will roll out in its own way, in its own time, to be of maximum benefit to you. And sometimes it doesn't seem like life is like that. But what if that's true? So, as I just mentioned, perceiving, ascertaining the actual nature of how these things happen, how they roll out. And then still, even as an act of faith, if it's an act of knowing or an act of faith or an act of let me experiment, let me see, let me take a month, or let me take a day or a week or a year and just let everything that happens happen. Meaning, I don't need to respond negatively, I don't need to grasp anything, I don't need to do anything except the thing that I do. I don't need the world to be any particular way except the way that it is. I don't need events to arise in any way except the way that they will arise, the way that they do arise. I don't need anything to be any particular way except the way it is. And let me just relax as best as I'm able and let go of everything. This can actually be quite scary. This can be something very difficult to do, because it feels like I control. I'm the one in control. And if I let go, everything's going to go to hell in a handbasket. Everything will be destroyed. I'll be vulnerable. I need to protect myself. I need to sustain myself. I need all of these things to happen in the right way, or I'm not going to exist anymore. Things will be really bad for me if I don't control them all.